Yo, what's going on, good people? It's your boy B3, aka the Kush Motivational Speaker. And you already know I'm back at it again. This time, I'm over here at Grills Gone Wild. You're probably wondering why that sounds familiar, because the Blueprint AB himself, yes, he came on the show a while back. He actually let us come by his spot and he's hosting us today. So, I hope you guys are ready for the flight, because I am. Yo, what's going on, player? Thank you so much, man. Thank you for coming through, bro.
Appreciate you, man, for having me.
Man, you over here suited, booted.
Appreciate you.
Man, I came underdressed. I came underdressed. Come on through, player. Man, thank you again for stopping by, giving me your time today, broski. I really do.
Appreciate you, man.
Oh, yeah, man. So, I seen you on Instagram and stuff, and I was like, hey, bro, I'm trying to get on the Moorehouse route.
It's all good.
Shit, you were fly. It's like I said, it was hard not to disappoint already, broski.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
So I must ask, even though I know it may be self-explanatory, for you and probably a couple people that already know you, but how did you come up with the name Moorehouse Enterprises?
And just basically, my wife and I collaborated on a couple of strains, and we frequented a lot of medical clubs and stuff throughout different cities, Bay Area, SoCal, just around California. And our last name being Moorehouse, our first collaboration was out of our own house, you know what I mean? So, we was just like, let's think of a name that is original, it's really not a spin-off or a copycat, really too much of nothing that, somebody great has already put out.
Right.
So we just, decided to roll with our last name, and everything's done in-house, so we just put it together.
Why hell not, bro? Keep it all in-house. Hell yeah. See, you're not building the brand anymore, you're building a legacy.
Right.
Heck yeah. When you put your last name on it, some real shit going there right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So with that, could you give me a little idea or your background, like what made you want to do the whole cannabis route in the first place? Or
just young, growing up, living in a housing community area, being from the streets growing up, dibbling and dabbling with cannabis, and just it was a form of income. And as I got older, to find out the properties that it possesses, that's natural, organic, used in the right format, could create almost like a fountain of youth per se.
Man, you ain't never lied. It's like a lot of people, everybody has a different way of how they got into the whole cannabis world. Like how would you say, when you got your foot in the door? Or what would you say, what was like kind of like, you know what, I think I can make this like a legit thing. Like how can I make this money really work for me?
Dealing with different, plugs, connects and stuff like that, growers, cultivators. A person gave me, I wouldn't say a bad batch of cannabis, but it was a lower grade. And so at the time it was more so, I got upset, and, I'm talking to the wife like, hey, like what are we going to do with this? Like we can't really sell it. We can't, people, didn't like that particular cut of cannabis. So with my wife, cooking and, having background in that, she knew how to break down the cannabis, and we just started just going in with that. And once we found out how to make treats and other derivatives of cannabis, we just went on ahead and just said, hey,
fuck it.
This is the route to go.
Yeah, why not? I mean, everybody else is doing it with half the skill. So, why not somebody who can actually get this done right?
Right.
Why not? And also, let's not forget, his wife is a cook. So if you haven't seen on Instagram, man, she didn't help me out a couple of different ways because I can't cook. So, if you're hungry, peep out her Instagram. And not only that, she got some pipes. She could sing. Speaking of music, so what's popping, bro? So how'd you get how you and the missus, how'd y'all get in the music game in the first place? Was it kind of like you was in it and you hooked her in, or is it the other way?
She was in it, and when we met, she used to do performing throughout the local Oakland areas and different events like that. And I had a musical background too, but I was always off and on. I didn't really take it serious at the time. So once we met, it was more so, she sings and she's a writer also. So, and we were just messing around one day over a beat, and she just started singing. And when she took a pause, I just started, doing my bars and stuff like that. And I was just like, we sound pretty good together. Let's just keep it going, and do something that's really not too much seen in the music field, right now. There's a lot of different trends out, and so we said, hey, well, why not husband and wife, just collaborate and see what we could come up with.
Man, I hate to jump back and forth, but when it comes to cannabis-wise, what would you say is your top 5 strains? Because mine's are old as shit, but
okay.
but still people fuck with me. So right. Granddaddy Purple,
Ooh.
Bubba Kush.
Okay.
What was the other one that used to be here? It's not here anymore. It was something called Purple Fire.
Ooh, Purple Fire.
And then of course I have a new one now, which is Zope. And
Zope is nice.
Marathon OG.
Marathon OG is nice.
Those are mine right now. I keep those two close. I keep my Granddaddy Purple and my other one close. But what about you? What would you say your top 5?
I'm gonna go with Granddaddy Perp also. When I first moved to the Bay, that's what I was introduced with, and so that always been a good first love of mine. Second, I'm gonna have to say Gelato.
Hey! Oh shit! Oh boy! Original Gelato when it's not crossed the hell out of.
Right. Most definitely. Anything that's really on the gelato tree would suffice for me. It's like, okay, cool.
Okay, so you like the taste.
I like the taste and the structure and basically the potency of it.
It's dope.
I could really smoke and get my day going and pretty much get throughout a stressful day, still be coherent, still be productive, still be, alert, and that's why I picked Gelato as my second.
For sure.
Third, I would say OG for sure.
Damn, I forgot that. Yep.
Anything on the OG tree is just that nice, fluffy, orange hair. That bud structure is just, and the smell. The smell is just wow.
It's distinctive. You can tell when you're smoking something OG.
Most definitely.
When you driving down the street, you're like, okay, wait, somebody got some musty going on right now.
Most definitely. That OG flower is crazy. And if it's crossed right, you could create something crazy with it also.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, with that, but my fourth, I'm gonna have to say Cookie, the original Cookie.
Yeah.
When I first hit the scene, it was crazy.
Yeah, you ain't never lied. That shit was hard to find for a long ass time.
Yeah, most definitely. And I like, I want to say Black Lime.
Oh, that's one I haven't heard of. Black Lime. Lime.
Yes,
sir. I like what you did there.
Most definitely. It's Black Lime Reserve. It's like a citrusy, light green. The taste is incredible.
Ooh.
The smell is nice. It's pungent. It's sweet.
Where are we leaning towards? Indica, sativa, hybrid? Where you like to say it's floating around?
It's floating around in, I want to say a sativa maybe. And a sativa.
You going?
Yeah, it keeps you going.
Yeah.
But it's definitely strong though.
For sure. Yeah. So you got more on the growing side part.
Yeah.
So see now. That's what people tend to forget, that you're the most important part of the process.
Yes, sir.
So what would you say, because now this is one I didn't give him this question. So as growing wise, what would you say, because you got a couple strands under your belt now, what would you say is the most difficult?
For growing, the most difficult part of it is the weight.
Finally, somebody's honest with me.
Yeah, the weight. Just growing it, you want to make sure, check on your plants, your seedlings, like, well, I want to make sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So just being intrigued with crossbreeding, that's the most difficult. It's the weight, it's the time. Crossbreeding with growing, it's time consuming. But once you find a schedule and you dedicate yourself to it, like over time, it becomes like peace. You could just unwind and escape the crazy part of the day. And what's good is that your energy, your plants project it. When you're dealing with the plants, it's like you're almost in touch with them, you know. But for the weight, for me, that's the most difficult.
Sitting there like just
and having a dedicated space, because you want to obviously grow some great flower.
Exactly.
And just having the time not to rush it, let it pretty much do its thing, keep a routine, and other than that, you'll be good to go for sure.
That's dope. See, that's cool. See, that's why I love to hear from the grower standpoint, because you guys are the ones that's doing majority of the work. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, of course, marketing and all that stuff, but no, if it's whack, you know, what's to go do?
Most definitely.
I mean, I heard a wise lady once say, you know, if it's not Moorehouse, it ain't that Zob.
It ain't that Zob, bro.
Yeah. I hope y'all know that. So
definitely, most definitely.
So, and then now with that, since you how many strains have you gotten under your belt so far? Like,
honestly,
like, you know, unofficially, you know, we can go with that too.
Off the market.
Off the market.
But it's we got at least 5.
See, that's the raw as fuck. Give me some. I'm like, shit.
Most definitely.
How many people can even say they got one?
and I mean, it's crazy. We just messing around with the different genetics. It's crazy.
It's like there's so many different ways to grow, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then you never know how it's gonna turn out. And
exactly.
Stuff. And then where do you float around as an indica, sativa, hybrid? Where do you like to play, or is it a certain time of the day?
I like it all. But really, I'm more of an indica kind of guy. Towards the midday, end of the day, we got the bulk of our work done for that day. I like to just vibe out and just roll a nice indica or sometimes even a hybrid, and just enjoy, the ending of the day, fire one up and just reflect on the day and see what can I do better to get further the next day.
That's beautiful, type of reset.
Yeah.
I got a couple more people in here with me too. It's not just me and him, there's a team back here. So I love to always irritate people in the background. So I say, everybody else, what would you say is your favorite, what's your strain? Or not strain, indica, sativa, or hybrid? What do y'all, where we floating around?
I smoke all that shit. Okay.
Right on. My kind of guy, man.
See?
Yes, sir.
I wish I could jump that pool. I got 2 other people that haven't said anything.
Sativa.
There you go.
Indicas are hybrids. I can't do sativa.
Boom diggity. See, I wasn't going to let anybody get away without saying anything. So yeah, it's dope. I enjoy that. I enjoy everybody's different taste and different flow. I wish I could deal with sativa myself, but I'm already up all the damn time. So it's like, it's kind of like an energy drink on top of an energy drink. Damn near crack by then.
Right.
Right. So what would you say now, back on the business hype, because I'm having fun here. What would you say is some of the most favorite products that you sell? Because he does more than just sell cannabis, y'all. I've seen tumblers, I've seen other things too. So I'm like, what would you say on your, what would you say is your favorite thing that you like to sell, or a couple things you like to sell?
I like to sell clothing. I like to sell hats, different garments are as like sweaters, zip down hoodies, pullovers. Um, we have different. What else? I want to say. Um, Man, we have so much stuff.
See, as a business should.
Um, Tumblers is going to be my new favorite. A lot of people just think, the bright colors, the crazy colors. They're just like, oh my God, like wow. So it gives me a nice thrill to see that people can recognize the brand and that we're going on the right track on that.
Well, yeah, man, you've been putting in consistent work, and it's gonna show.
Yes, sir.
And I have to say that I've been watching you for a while. Usually anybody before I bring them on the show, I do a little research on. Now I'm gonna get just a little bit deep, just a little bit deep.
For sure.
Now, when you, like I was telling you before, like we were talking before the camera, entrepreneurs, it takes a certain mind state to do this type of field, and to just be able to trust yourself and trust people around you to be able to get the job done.
Most definitely.
And usually us personally, without getting too personal, like what would you say is something that you yourself had to overcome? Like I've had a guy who said he had to overcome his shyness. I had another dude who said he had to overcome his own like personal demons because he'd been through some shit. And, so
honestly, I would say my biggest things I have to overcome is learning that everybody isn't going to like you. And meaning that you have to be able to accept success without everybody's cheering or being happy for you. And me being a likable person, always want to be friends with everybody having a good time.
right.
Let's all smoke, let's have fun, let's leave our rough days, our rough stress,
Exactly.
let's just all have fun. Everybody doesn't really want to have fun per se, or have fun with you or I, know. That's probably one of the biggest ones. Learning how to, reserve my giving so I won't be giving to the wrong person.
I feel that. It's just because you have a great soul.
Yeah.
And I have that same issue with you because sometimes you'll be too overly nice to certain people, and then they look at you funny, like,
Right.
"Oh,
You're like, what's his motive? Like, what's going
like,
on?
What you want, nigga? It's like, what you plotting?
Right.
Like, you a little too nice to me. You laughed at my joke a little too hard, something like
Type
that.
deal, yeah.
I feel you on that because not everybody has your same energy.
Right.
Not everybody has the same positive mind state.
Yeah.
Because, you know how it is. Misery loves company.
For sure it does.
It
does.
It really does. Like there's my favorite person who I like to talk about is Les Brown. Like when it comes to telling your problems to people, 80% of them don't care, and the 20% are happy it's happening to you. Yeah. So it's kind of like that's the way how you kind of you play it out. But then if you think of it that way, then it's kind of like you're not trusting anyone.
Right.
So, but when it comes to energy and things like you, it just takes time for people to kind of get used to it.
Right.
Like, yeah, we do need to watch out for those assholes who don't know how to say hi or don't know how to welcome another person. Right. But we take that in stride, That's why I was like, that's the reason why I bounce off you so well, is because the energy is easy to bounce off of. Not too many people have.
You got great energy for sure, most definitely.
See, like I said, it's easy to bounce it off when it's coming back. That's what I like about you, dog. We need more of that.
Most definitely.
So now I got another one for you. So when it comes to this one, I have to have you dig a little deep and then when it comes to failures, everybody has their own different meaning of failure. I didn't put my shoe on the right way. I failed today. Some people do stuff like that. But what would you feel is one of them? Not because there could be a few. You're an entrepreneur. There's been plenty. Yeah. But what would you say is one failure that you feel like what was your biggest failure at that time, and then what did you do to learn, or what did you learn from?
One of my biggest failures were not fully researching certain things that I wanted to do, or listening to an influencer that really didn't know themselves, um, didn't cross-check the reference. Um, it made sense. I did a little digging, found a brick wall in a couple spots, but just to learn to trust yourself was like one of my biggest failures that I didn't do. And what made me learn from it was basically learning to take my time, trust myself more, and know that my situation isn't the next person's situation. Um, their what may happen to them or their experiences isn't necessarily mine. Or just really trying not to rush so much. I gotta plant these plants. I gotta measure rooms. I gotta do this. I gotta work with an electrician. We gotta make sure, that our features with the music take off at a certain time because we spent X amount of dollars or
Exactly.
stuff like that. That's mainly the biggest thing that I've learned from it, is that there's a time-based release for everything.
Especially, yeah, because in the entertainment game, yeah, it's kind of like you got to hit when the iron's hot, right?
Right.
I feel that. With that, what would you say, since you started the brand now, and like you was talking about the whole cross-checking and things like that. Now, other than that, what's one thing you wish you knew before starting it out?
One thing I wish I knew before starting the brand is that you're going to need a lot of money. And only because there's so many different marketing tools, and the world is so big when you're joining business and trying to get the business out there. So, you go get the jewelry, the cosmetic things
Right, right.
to attract people, but then it's like, okay, I still have marketing. I still have to pay a publicist, or just daily living,
Job, yeah.
so it's like, okay, well, you know, you gotta be prepared all the way around the board.
Feel that. I just want to say, bro, and I hope you know this, if no one's told you yet that you yourself are an inspiration,
Thank you.
yeah, it's like
Appreciate it.
there's somebody out now, just, I don't know, they're probably watching me or they're probably already watching you from Instagram and stuff, that you are literally getting people, foot to ass.
Appreciate it.
You
Man.
are a motivator.
Thanks.
And I guarantee you probably wasn't even, and that's the thing, you wasn't trying to be a motivator.
Not really. I was just trying to have fun and just try to see, what doors can I really, open up for people that really doesn't fit, quote unquote, certain images, as they try to say, and just show everybody that we all are a big part of entertainment, life. Everything we do as individual people are an inspiration to somebody. And never stop, never quit, on working on yourself and just showing everybody that you are that important piece,
See, like I said, not even trying is motivating. See, you're not even trying, and you already, and that's what leaders do, though. You're not trying to lead. You do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And that's what, much respect with you, bro. And I have to ask, with you being an inspiration yourself, what inspires you, though? Like, what inspires you to keep going, doing all of this, man? What's helping my boy Mr. Moorehouse get his ass up to do some Moorehouse shit?
One of my inspirations are my wife. She pushes me to be better.
Yeah.
She challenges, or she makes me challenge myself. Because a lot of times things are hard, as far as to attract people, or to just create some good music, or because there's a lot of violent music out there and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I have skill in music and other things, but do I want to continue or perpetuate the violence, or
Right.
or just let the let the people know to have fun. Have fun, go get your money. Um, being on your job. Being and look good doing it. And let everybody know. Just basically, it could work. Just like I'm in the situation I'm in. You could be in a better situation. So that's one of my inspirations for sure. And just knowing knowing I came from the bottom. I came from single parent household. So basically, my past struggles are another one of my inspirations to know that if I stop, I could go back to where I came from, type
Right.
deal. So it's like either way, you got to do hard work. So it's like, do you want to give up and be back where you started, or do you want to just say, you know what, let me just suck it up and keep going?
And just keep going.
So those are my biggest inspirations,
That's the fuck
for
I'm
sure.
talking about. See, that's yes. And then to see and to hear that you got your wife on helping you too.
Yeah.
I highly respect that, because being part of the married team myself, there's a lot of things that I feel like if my wife wasn't there, or at least get your ass up, something
Yeah.
like that. It never hurts to have that person you trust to have your back like that.
Hmm.
And even if you don't have a significant other or anything like that, just to even have an accountability partner, just to be able to have someone you can trust. I respect that. Respect that. So I just want to say, both of y'all, I love that about y'all.
Thanks.
Husband and wife duo.
Yeah.
Get that shit cracking. I'm trying to get on they heights.
And another inspiration that I just started using, that puts me in more of an energetic mind frame, is that talking to somebody different every day. Um, really taking that don't judge a book by its cover, really for real, and talk to somebody different every day, because the world is big and we're in one big world, but everybody's in their own kind of small world at the same time. So it's like, hey, how are you doing today? Are you okay? And just because somebody's always going through worse than what we are. So,
The truth.
whether or not they choose to help themselves through it or not, but just to say, hey, I hope your day is better, bro. Whatever you're going through, or just, hey, how you doing? Just simply even just tell somebody, I see you, bro.
See?
Keep it, keep it moving, bro. Keep going at whatever it is you're doing, bro. You gonna make it.
You never know. Just those words to somebody can literally raise them up from hell, like to
definitely.
like where they think, what they think is their absolute, and lost their jobs and stuff. That
Right.
one little word, like, "Hey man, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna survive this. This is nothing but a bump in the road."
Right.
That's literally what people need sometimes.
Yeah.
Just like I can tell you now, I could use a little pat on the shoulder every once in a blue moon if my ass literally fucked up.
Right.
I burnt some chicken. Damn. Sorry.
Right.
And then if my wife could just, it's okay, we'll order pizza. It's something like
Yeah, most
something easy
definitely.
like that. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I got another one for you. Now, since this should be simple, but since I already got one of the people, so I always ask this question: who are 3 people who you feel have been most influential to you? And I think I got one, which is the wife.
The wifey, most definitely.
Yes. So I need 2 more.
Um, I want to say burner.
Hey, for sure.
Because cannabis came a long way, and we came a long way from cellophane baggies, plastic baggies, nickel bags, and he actually put a face to cannabis. Whether or not people have discrepancies with his businesses, whatever, but he put logo to cannabis, and I feel like that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, yo, like that's pretty dope. Like, we come from grocery bags ripped up. Here you go. Here's your little, $10
Burnt at the
bag.
tips, yeah.
You know what I mean? So for him to really overcome his adversities and put a logo to cannabis is hella dope. And that gave me the inspiration to want to, go further too and say, hey, let me create something. Like, man, I could create the next best logo too.
Damn right.
And if not get on the cookies or connected level, I could be one day one of the brands to be talked about also.
That's what I'm
So
talking about.
so he's another inspirational force. And just to see, and basically everybody that's pushing their dreams, pushing their goals, everybody's an inspiration to me. That when I get on social media in my downtime and look at everybody going forward with their desires, that's an inspiration for me because life isn't always I'm hopping out of my Bentley, I'm hopping out of a jet, or it's to see normal people really be trying to become the next biggest thing is an inspiration. To say, hey, you know what? It reassures me that I'm doing the right thing.
That's dope. See, that's a really dope answer. You got chill. I got chills with that. That hit my heart on that one. God damn it.
Yes, sir,
Thank you
man.
for that one. I
The
like that.
Gravity Show, man. I appreciate the Gravity Show, the team, everybody for having Moorehouse here.
Shoot.
You guys are inspiration to me. Just to show the love y'all showing and the hospitality is a blessing. And it's fire. It's pretty dope.
Shoot, the love is reciprocated, bro. Because that's pretty much what my job is. Whenever I try to get somebody on the show, I literally need to make sure they're of solid decency, and not only that, I want to let it be known that the whole point of the show is to make you feel like the world is not on your shoulders here. Make you the zero gravity is literally just the study of feeling weightless.
Right.
So I just want to let it be known that when you come on, ain't no prejudgments, none of that. I just want you to enjoy yourself. And as you can see, that's when all the good stuff happens.
Right.
When you're able to relax and enjoy yourself.
Most definitely.
And since you've been in the game for a while now, like I said before, I have a bunch of different people that watch the show, from 18 to 60, random ass ages. Not complaining, but mainly, I just want to say that for my new business owners out there, because I've seen dudes start their businesses like literally now, or they wait till they're in their 50s, then wait till their 60s and start. And then I got people at 18 that started.
Yeah.
So is there any advice that you can give to some of the new business owners out there, my G?
To the new business owners that's coming in the game, you have to be open-minded and you can't be scared of innovation. And you cannot let nobody project their fears onto you. That's very important.
Ooh. Wait, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. I gotta have you say that one more time. Don't let them what?
Project their fears onto you. Because that'll most definitely kill your drive, for sure. Because then you're gonna start second guessing yourself like, well, maybe they are correct. Maybe I'm not good enough, or I'm doing something. Because a lot of things, I done got, oh well, there's this city is saturated with cannabis, this and that. The market is full, and it may be true to a certain degree, but the market is always open, and the market is always constantly changing.
Yeah, man.
And you have to know that you are part of the market, and to be creative on just marketing, because being a business owner is an expensive investment.
I hope y'all know that.
Even if you're doing it on a small scale, it's still expensive. So for all the business owners, you have to have your ducks in a row, have your money correct, and make sure you're ready to build relationships with people, because you may have a good brand, but the person behind the brand, people may not like, as far as attitude or
Right.
the way you carry yourself. And so your brand, you could kill your brand by not having all those things lined up. And, just be prepared to work. Because you got to put on like 7 different hats for like the same pay. So it's kind of like, that was kind of new for me, but it was like, whoa, like, business never stops. Like I'm waking up 3 in the morning, checking my phone, or I'm hearing sales come off the website. So I'm just waking up, or just learning how to deal with the day-to-day customers, learning how to talk to people, learning how to sympathize and say, hey, if I did something wrong, or I'll correct it. I'll give you a free item or whatever the case may be. So you got to really, I'm not going to say kiss the customer's ass, but more so a business owner can be wrong too. So,
Well, boss shit, boss moves. That's boss shit, boss moves, man.
Yeah.
That's usually how that goes.
Most definitely.
You literally just explained boss moves. That's how a boss moves. You got to put on several different hats for the same damn pay.
For the same pay, bro.
See, and that's all right because that means he's skilled. He is the business. Didn't Jay-Z say it best? I'm not a businessman. I'm a business. Man,
Yes,
see,
sir.
that's what I'm saying. That's
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying. See,
Man.
you are the brand. That's how that is.
You are the brand.
And now, because of that, like I said before, I always do a little research on my guests before I bring them on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because of a gentleman is the reason why I started doing my motivational things. So usually whatever I do is I, look you up, do pretty much what I can do on Instagram, without being a creep. And and pretty much do a little research on you, and then I look for something. I look for a motivational quote that I feel that kind of fits you. So I always find at least one for all my guests, and I found one for you, and I felt like this fit. So let me know if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So a problem is a human being. A person who finds a solution is a visionary. And the person who goes out and does something about it is an entrepreneur.
Oh, I like that.
So I felt like that stuck there. So I just wanted to see how do you feel about that?
I like that. That's true. I'm definitely, there's a problem. I'm definitely hunting for a solution. That's definitely me for sure.
That's why I said from the outside looking in, that's what I see.
Sir.
So, that's why I was like, let me make sure, because it took me a while to find that. That's why I usually, when I look in, I want to make sure it fits. And yeah, solid.
Yeah, that was a dope quote for sure.
Well, thank you,
I
brother.
like that.
I see, I kind of figured that was you. So now, with that being said, what's next, my brother? What's next?
What's next is we're doing some mic check videos. A lot of people wanted to basically, they thought we wasn't, continuing doing mic checks or music. So we just wanted to recreate some things. So we're dropping some new visuals. We're recording some new solo music. And we're definitely reaching out to other artists to see what can we collaborate and come up with next.
Yeah, I do. They got a song out with Filthy Rich, right? I was listening to that not too long ago. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, and they just keep coming out.
Yeah, we got a whole album with Filthy.
Yeah.
And we're gonna. Oh yeah, actually, we have visuals also, videos. We did music with the whole FOD camp.
Shit.
It was pretty dope. We did a lot of the stuff in Vegas. So we're leaning more just to try to get visuals in different areas, and we want to work with a lot of dope artists and stuff just to create different sound and contribute to the music they already have. And shout out Lust and Puff.
My girl, what's poppin'?
We have some stuff coming. We're in the early collaborative stages also.
Woo! Ooh, that's the homie. Hey.
And shout out to Big Twice, not once but twice.
Hey.
Lady B, she's gonna be on the remix to Watch It.
Oh snap! Ooh, it's
So,
gonna be nice.
Yeah, that's some new things coming out, and we're definitely in works on flower production. So we're still on the pre-stages of that.
Yeah.
But once everything gets up and running, it's gonna be epic.
Whatever indica brand whatever indica strain, just point it my way, sir.
You got it.
I also saw you. I don't know if you're still doing them. I saw pre-rolls too. Is that still
Yeah.
is that thing?
Yeah, we still have those too.
Yeah, I'm a fanatic.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people have issues with pre-rolls. I don't. I enjoy them very much, and I have a whole little pre-roll review thing that I do.
Nice.
My boy Rio helps me out with that majority of the time. So, if you
Okay.
ever have a pre-roll you want to test out or think that,
yeah,
you
most
know,
definitely.
pass it my way, and I'll say, you know what? Oh yeah, you on point.
We want to give back and give the people, because it's easier to just buy a pre-roll, nice size pre-roll, and instead of a gram, we want to do 1.2 grams in a pre-roll
Oh shit.
of top flower. We're thinking about calling it triple threat, or calling it like a dirty Q-tip or something like that, just to give it a crazy name.
Ooh.
But because everybody doesn't really have $60-$50 for a top shelf eighth, where you could spend $20-$30 and get you 3-4 nice high impacted pre-rolls.
Exactly. And so before you go, my man, I need to get make sure to plug your Instagram, plug Mrs. Instagram. Got to get all this out so people know where to find you and how to
Definitely.
get to you.
On Instagram, we're Moorehouse Enterprises, Moore Enterprises, common spelling. Facebook, Moorehouse Enterprises, also all one word. No underscores, no hyphens, no abbreviations. Twitter also, Moorehouse Enterprises also, straight across. My partner, my wife, Lady B, her handles are ladyb _ BMBB. And that's the same also for TikTok, and all our other social media handles also.
Beautiful, bro. Again, man, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys, man.
Thank you so much for your time, bro.
Most definitely, man.
This right here was needed.
Most definitely.
This truly was needed, man.
I appreciate you guys for having me, man. Y'all time is valuable also, so
Oh man,
for sure.
Of course, we appreciate you, man. Want to thank AB. Thank you, AB
Appreciate
over there.
AB, most definitely, man.
For hosting us today, and then of course I want to thank everyone else. I want to thank my extremely happy team back there, my boy Rio Productions, and our extra helpful hand up there, Miss Alexandra. Yeah,
Appreciate
baby.
you guys.
She's killing the game out here. So I just want to say again, y'all, thank you for tuning in to the Zero Gravity Show. And you already know my favorite saying from Les is, work harder on your dream than your job. Good night, everybody.